PAL token on Solana hits new all-time high, and a quick Bitcoin update. On today's live stream, we will be talking about the new and exciting meme token called PAL token. This thing has literally been ripping ever since I called it. This thing has hit as high as over 550,000 market cap, right? Most of it being organic, a few callers here and there, but the party hasn't even started. They've already done over $13,000 of a burn in the last couple minutes, right? Very, very bullish community, very, very bullish narrative. I do think that with the whole entire hype right now with PAL, the video game, this thing should be surpassing, in my opinion, as far as 3 million market cap is very, very possible. So we're going to go ahead and talk about that on today's live stream and see what's going on with the market, right? I'm going to be honest with you. The market's kind of boring today. Besides, some of these meme tokens have been actually taking off. So a lot of you should be pretty deep in profits. If not, we should be getting some sort of narrative push in the next couple days. But thank you, Happy, for being here on today's live stream. Really do appreciate you. Let me go ahead and check if we are officially live on my end, and I will start to go ahead and share this with the community. So let's go ahead and get this up and running. Awesome. So we're live there. Let me go ahead and share it. So we got that up and running as well. So we got that going. Let's see, what else do we need? I think we just need Twitter, and that will be it. Awesome. So it looks like we are officially live. Let me just go ahead and pull out the live stream on my phone, and we're going to go ahead and talk about PAL World, and we're going to go ahead and talk about some technical analysis on the overall market and what we could be expecting moving forward, right? So give me 1 second as I pull out the live stream on the phone. Awesome. All right, so we are officially live. Give me 1 second. Alrighty, so let's go for it. Let me go ahead and minimize myself because all of you came here for some TA, not for my face, right? So let's go ahead and minimize ourselves, and let's go ahead and talk about this new token that has been out called PAL token, currently sitting at 205,000 market cap. As you do see, the last couple minutes ago, actually a few minutes ago, back around 11:30 this morning, depending on the time zone that you're in, 11:45, we actually went as high as over $472,000. What's up, Mr. Dot? How's it going, man? Hope you're having a good one today. So far, PAL has been in this area of support. I've called out PAL since the beginning of the launch of this token around this zone right here. I said I was extremely bullish because of the team. The team is freaking base. I am actually even helping out with the community, and I became mod because I'm really bullish about this project, right? So a very bullish team. You know, the team behind it is it's a pretty good team. The team that actually took AMC to 12 million market cap organically, right? So I really do have I have a huge belief in this team, and I had to grab myself a bag, right? So far so good. We have been holding this area of support. We did break down below it. It looked like we did do a fake out, but we are holding this area pretty well, right? When it comes to technical analysis, I'm gonna be honest, when it comes to these tokens, it's very, very difficult to gauge where they could potentially be going, because then we have sometimes, you know, whales exit their position and try to manipulate the price action so they could get at a cheaper price and then pump it. So it's very difficult to do technical analysis on meme coins, but this one has been holding on pretty well, right? And this is actually something that we actually see in the everyday world of trading when we see these fake outs to the upside, right? It's happened with Bitcoin, it's happened with Solana, so it's not something abnormal, right? So right now everything's looking pretty good. They have actually updated their socials yesterday when they went live. We could go ahead and check out their website right now, and we'll check out their Telegram and let you know how it is. So it's pretty cool. I'm not sure if any of you know, Pal World is actually a game that it's similar to kind of like a Pokemon from what I've heard of what people like to describe it, right? I've actually downloaded the game myself 2 days ago. I haven't played it, and I've been hearing a lot about this video game. I'm not sure if it's on PC. I'm sure it is. I have it on Game Pass, so I'm gonna play on it with my PC. I mostly do PC gaming, but I'm a huge Xbox fan, right? So you could actually get Pal World on Xbox Game Pass to go ahead and play it, right? So a lot of people have been going crazy about this. So I think like the narrative behind it, I don't know how many active users they have, but they have like hundreds if not millions of active users playing this game every day. So it's really, really cool. I've never played it myself. I've been hearing a lot about it. My buddies have been telling me about this for the past 2 weeks, and I finally downloaded it about like 2-3 days ago, and I still haven't played it. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and do that tonight, right? I'm actually going to go ahead and play that. And the cool thing about it is that on their Telegram, they actually do have the stream going on the Pal World, right? So I'm telling you, a lot of people are gonna feel bullish on not just the narrative, but the fact that there's going to be a lot of people that enjoy this game, right? I've never played it. It looks really freaking cool from what people described it. It's like a Pokemon shooter. Sounds really cool. The graphics look really great, so I'm really excited to go ahead and try that out. And that's the reason why I'm extremely bullish on this narrative. They've also just did about a 6% supply burn, which is about equivalent to $13,000. So that is extremely freaking bullish, man. So that literally just happened the last couple minutes ago. That's why we saw that pump again back to 400,000 plus market cap, right? So right now, usually this is a time where the markets are very, very freaking slow, especially for meme tokens. And right now with the overall sentiment of the market, it's not really too much activity going on. But typically when we do start getting a little bit more activity is towards London session and Asian session when the markets open. And from what I heard, from what the team has been saying, is that they will be doing additional burns in the next coming hours or maybe days. I don't know. I can't guarantee you on that, but I have heard that they will be doing more additional burns, and as well, they will be getting more callers and soul trending once again, right? The team has been doing really, really well. They're actively, literally raiding. I was up with the team yesterday raiding until like 4 a.m. my time. There's a lot of people that didn't go to sleep. The good thing is that the team it's up to like over 12 people, if I'm not mistaken, maybe even 16 people. So they're covering all time zones, right? The US time zone and London session and whatever other time zones. So like literally the team is running 24/7. Yes, they do take breaks in between, and they do go ahead and take turns to who gets to chill and then who gets to be active. But I think that's one of the most important things when it comes to a lot of these community projects is that, you know, unfortunately, a lot of people just cater to just one end of the world, whether that's just solely the US. And people have to keep in mind that, you know, crypto is worldwide, right? It's running 24/7. There's literally no time for sleep. Like as US is sleeping, there's another time zone waking up, right? So I think that's really, really bullish. We'll go ahead and take a look at their Telegram in a little bit. But yeah, you can go ahead and check out their Twitter right here, Pal World Solana. They have over 11,000 followers, and they are pretty active if you go ahead and see that engagement with the community, right? So we have been getting a few callers here and there. But nothing major as of yet, right? So I do expect this token to go ahead and go up even higher. I think we could probably go ahead and push towards 3 million market cap, right? I think they're probably going to go ahead and bring in this new meta, and the fact that most of it has been mostly just organic marketing, nothing major yet. I do think that this token could go ahead and take off, especially if they do some sort of exchange listing. From what I've heard, I'm not sure if it's confirmed yet, but they do want to go ahead and do some sort of exchange listing very, very soon. I don't know if that's going to be in a couple weeks. I'm not sure if that's going to be once they hit a certain amount of market cap, but definitely the team is in talks with exchanges with that. So I think very, very bullish. Typically, you know, a lot of these Solana tokens don't last no more than 15 minutes, as we talked about, and some of them don't last no more than 3 hours. So the fact that we are at 14 hours and we are still trending around this support with no additional marketing, no soul trending as of yet, any of that, I think it's really, really bullish. So I could just imagine what it's going to look like as soon as we start getting soul trending again and we start getting getting some callers later on today. So this could be a chance for you to go ahead and buy in, you know, at a dip. You know, not financial advice, but I did reach out to a lot of you on my Discord, and I told a lot of you to consider an opportunity around here, and it went as low as 106,000 market cap. And if you would have caught that dip, you would have been you would have been up really nicely. I mean, look at that. That would have been up over literally a 3x within 30 minutes after I told all of you to go ahead and consider joining and getting a small piece of PAL token yourself. So now we're going to go ahead and take a look at their Telegram, and I definitely do want to go ahead and share that because their Telegram is freaking active, man. So check this out right here. Did obviously go ahead and share the live right here, but look at this right here. Really strong community. They have over 40, literally over usually they have over like 40 people in here. I don't know how many people we have right now, but the fact that, you know, right now it's like the slowest time of the markets on crypto, they still have a good amount of people on there, you know what I mean? Still shilling, still pushing for the community. There's music playing. They have the stream of PAL World playing also in the background. So really cool. You can't hear the music because I ended up getting rid of the audio because I do not want to get copyrighted, but it's definitely good vibes, man. Really good team. And I think most importantly, it's a community, right? I think without the community, we wouldn't be able to really push this token any further. So I like the fact that everybody in here takes, you know, the role pretty serious, and as well, since it's really focused on the community side of things, it's great to see, you know, community members in there joined and help out as well, right? As I mentioned, I was very bullish on this project, so I came in and I asked if they can make me mod because I was really bullish on the team. So now I'm helping them out with like the shilling, and I'm, you know, helping them out with anything that I could go ahead and do on my back end, right? So yeah, definitely go ahead and check them out. Very bullish on that. And I've been calling this project out since the beginning when it went live. So I mean, that's just the space of crypto, right? You win, you take some losses, and then you win. That's just the reality of the space. So I would consider, you know, entering a small position for any of those that are bullish on not just Solana tokens, but on meme tokens in general, right? So let me go ahead and start reading some comments real quick. Can you look up WBAI? I was deciding which PAL or WBAI. Can you go ahead and provide the smart contract, Mr. Dot, please, bro? That way, so I could go ahead and make sure it's a correct token that I'm looking at, and then as well, that way anybody looking at the stream could go ahead and check them out themselves. Oh snap, wrong PAL. I'm talking about PAL SOM crypto AI token. No, so PAL and this one is PAL. Yeah, this one's PAL World. So this is like a gaming inspired token. What up, bro? Rip or rug? Let's go. What's up, man? How's it going? VR. Jonathan, how's it going? Jonathan, hope you're having a good one. Inspiration. Hello. Top 10 holders have half of the tokens of PAL. I don't know, man. So the half of the tokens is actually a wallet. It's a, what is it called? It's a, dude, I can't remember. I can't recall the freaking vocabulary for it. It's a marketing wallet, bro. That's what I'm trying to look for the pin messages. I went to sleep pretty late, so like my brain's not functioning 100% right now. So let me just pull out. Okay, so this is where it is. Top holder is a multi-sig wallet. So multi-sig wallet is for marketing. So this wallet has to be approved by multiple community developers of the team. Multiple of them have to go ahead and approve it in order for this to go ahead and happen, right? So that's what a SIG wallet is just a wallet that has multi-access, right, for, you know, signatures. That means, you know, 3 people in the team have to agree in order for them to move funds or whatever the case is, right? So that's what a SIG wallet is. Top holders is a SIG wallet for marketing and centralized exchange listing, aiming for Bitmark first. Those 5% holders are part of the initial supply we didn't add. You could look and see we minted them. We are going to burn them all or burn some and add to the rest the LP and burn. We added smaller portion than normal at launch so snipers wouldn't get a hold of large quantities of supply, which means healthier and stronger chart. So that's the actual reason why there's high holders on there. That is for marketing purposes, and most of it's going to be burned. They've already burned about over $13,000 earlier today. That's why we saw that pump. As soon as they burned the token supply right here, when they burned the 13,000, that's why we saw the initial pump back up to about 400,000 market cap plus. So that's the reason why. So exchange listing is also coming soon. So a lot of bullish things, as I mentioned. It's Solana, so you have to always enter at your own risk. I mean, for me, you know, a lot of you, I've been taking huge L's these last couple weeks. And literally this play alone has already made up for half, I don't want to say half, but a quarter of the money that I've already lost these last couple weeks, right? So all it takes is just one to go ahead and change your life and put you back on the game. But that's just the high risk you have to go ahead and take when it comes to Solana meme tokens, right, in general. So nothing's guaranteed. But as I mentioned, the charts are looking good. The team's looking good. The team's working hard behind the scenes. Everything's looking good. You know, there's no big red flags that I've seen as of yet. There's no team tokens that are being sold, any of that, right? So typically that's why we don't ever see Solana tokens last long, because usually the team, you know, dumps all their tokens in the community and the community dies off, right? So the fact that the team has been able to work on this consistently just kind of tells you that, you know, they probably haven't sold that much of their tokens, and this is the reason why it's continuing to pump. A lot of that is for burn. Yes, it is. Hi, Ryan. How's it going, man? That is the WBI contract. Let me go ahead and approve it because I don't see no contract on my end. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so a lot of that supply is going to go back into marketing and is going to be burned. So go ahead and smash that like button for me. Okay, so I see the contract, Mr. Dot. Let's go ahead and have that posted. It's because I have to manually approve it. So I just went in there to manually approve it. Ryan, hey, what's up, Ryan? Did you check out MMG just got listed on CoinGecko? Nice, man. Really nice. Ryan, by the way, I'm going to make you mod, bro. I don't know why I never made you mod. I'm gonna make you mod just so you could go ahead and help me with anybody that, you know, shows a contract or something like that. Go ahead and do that. So I just made Ryan a mod. Let's go ahead and see what other questions we have. Hope you're doing well, Ryan. Hope you don't mind the fact that I made you mod, man. It just sometimes it gets a little hectic when, you know, when nobody else is here and I'm like, I don't know where none of my mods are here today. So it's good to go ahead and have somebody else in here help me. They're also onboarding big Pal World players. Yeah, dude. So it's really, really bullish. So from what I heard, they're also going to be reaching out to Pal World streamers, and they're going to go ahead and do some sort of giveaway or something like that. So I think the narrative is bullish. I think everything's bullish about the project. As I mentioned, typically none of these projects ever last no more than 15 minutes, at the max 3 hours. So the fact that we're still pushing pretty good, and the community is very, very bullish at the stage of 14 hours since it went live, I think it's a really good sign. So as I mentioned right now, obviously you're not going to get that much volatility during this time in the market. This is usually like the worst time in the market to trade, in my opinion. Usually when I'm, you know, trading, I don't trade during this time zone because it's usually slow. Usually, you know, a lot of people are going to work in the US. Many people from other parts of the world are sleeping in. They're finishing their day. So during this time is usually the worst, right? To go ahead and trade. So for me, this is like usually a good time to enter positions, load up on positions, or wait later on today. So this is just for you to check out. As I mentioned, wait later on today. Maybe by the time you check it out later on today, it's probably already going to be pumping. That's just the reality, because I mentioned they're going to do sold trending later on today, and they're going to push for more callers. So that's going to push the price action to go up even higher. So the world of crypto, it's depending on the time zone that you're in, it usually a lot of the activity goes at night, right? When most Americans are going to sleep, that's where a lot of these crypto tokens pump, right? This token was launched at around, I think it was around 12 or 1. It was like 1 Eastern Standard Time that the token went live, right? So that's usually degen hours, and that's usually around the time that, you know, there's a lot of activity in the market. Like literally the VC yesterday was filled with over 48 people in the VC, you know what I mean? So like that's usually where you get a lot of activity. For me personally, when I'm trading meme tokens, I only trade at midnight. For me, I don't like trading during the day. I've noticed I get wrecked. I've noticed there's a lot of rug pulls, and I've noticed the market usually doesn't move as quickly as you want it to when you're trading meme tokens, right? So yeah. Hey, what's up, Goldie? How's it going? Long time no see. Hope you're having a good one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Pal will get a lot of traction on Twitch and TikTok. Yeah, I know Pal. I mean, I know there's a lot of community members in the Pal community right now that are like TikTokers. I'm not sure if that's a word, but they're on TikTok and they're making videos for the community, right? So I definitely do see a lot of traction coming in there. The meta is strong and is new, so it could go stronger for a lot longer than most meta projects. I completely agree with you, man. I completely agree with you, VR. I think the meta is very, very strong, and the fact that it's been organic, I think that's even more bullish in my opinion, right? On the med, thank you, man. Nice. Glad to hear you're doing better, Ryan. What is so we see inspiration, as I told you about Chirply. I found a new coin called Codex. I remember about Codex. I remember Codex a while back. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at Codex right now. So feel free to go ahead and show me any other tokens, right, chat? This is just a token that I see a lot of value in, and I do believe it is going to be pumping even higher, right? So that's kind of the reason why I wanted to go ahead and dedicate the first couple minutes on stream about the project. So Codex, I do remember Codex, man. This thing's doing pretty nicely. 1.32 million market cap. Liquidity seems to be locked. 4 months liquidity. But it does look like it's doing some sort of a cup and handle pattern right here. So we are getting ready for that sort of breakout that we're waiting for. So that's looking really good. I do believe Codex is probably going to be doing, probably in the next couple of days, like probably a 2 to 5x. So definitely be on the lookout for Codex. Running on Ethereum, 959 holders. Circulating supply looks good. Market cap looks good. Volume slightly low, but I do believe that will be picking up as the market continues to pick up as well. And you were thinking about PAL, like the AI token. Yeah, no, this one's something else. I wish I would have gotten into this one too. This one's sitting at a 268 million market cap, bro. That's freaking insane, right? I know a lot of you captured this play, so congratulations on anybody that captured this play. But this thing's insane, man. I mean, even recently did over a 3x, so pretty nice. We are seeing Pepe 2.0 on Solana pumping up over 110%. So that's actually quite interesting how that's doing. Pepe 2.0, I didn't get on it on Solana. I think I ended up getting in it, and then I ended up exiting it. But we're seeing a little bit of tokens do half and half, right? You know, this is one of the tokens Inspiration always talks about. Chirply token, which I was supposed to do videos about a long time ago, but you know how extremely busy I've been, chat. I apologize. But Chirply has been now has done a bridge. They've been bringing in a lot of partnerships. They've been working with a lot of exchanges. I think they're actually listed with MEXC to go ahead and trade them. So I don't think it's futures. I think it's only spot trading. But that's still good, right? I like these tokens sometimes when it's a lot easier to access them on these centralized exchanges. So if you're looking to go ahead and load up on Solana to go ahead and buy PAL or buy Chirply, go ahead and check out BingX right here and MEXC. Both of these platforms are non-KYC platforms, and you also have Bybit being one of the best exchanges to trade. And to go ahead and stay safe online, I would highly recommend a VPN. For example, NordVPN offering 69% off with 3 months extra. So definitely go ahead and check those links down below. And yeah, so Chirply as well, sitting at an 856,000 market cap. This is on the Ethereum. I believe they have two. They have an Ethereum and a BNB. Slight little bit of holders, but the good thing when it comes to a lot of these Ethereum projects, from what I noticed compared to Solana, is that Ethereum projects typically do a little bit better, right? They might take a little longer to do their thing, but they do pump. And when they do pump, they literally usually send to the freaking moon, right? So one of the examples being Marvin token. This is a token that I talked about a while back with the community. I'm pretty close with the community. It is a community driven project. So no developers, literally just the community pushing this project together as a team. And we did talk about Marvin literally back over here around this time frame right here. I think it was back in early January, if I could recall correctly. We talked about Marvin within this range right here. I think I'm not too sure. I think it was somewhere right here that we talked about it. And Marvin finally had a major pump to the upside, right? Like from this bottom to this top, this thing did an over 7x. Right now is in a little retracement, 660 holders, so very little holders. Typically, you know, anything around this range is really easy to get into and pump if anybody wants to not only become a whale, but also want to get into a project early on before it takes off, right? The narrative behind Marvin token, I think it's very bullish. As I mentioned, it's still a very small community, but the community has been literally pushing this every day, dude. Like literally, I'd be seeing the team, the community there. It's like they're constantly working on this 24/7, right? And I think that's the thing that's more important. So you can literally become, I don't know about now, but before you were able to become a whale with under $500. And now I don't know how much it costs you to become a whale, but it's definitely now in the couple thousands, I'm assuming, to become a whale on Marvin. So your opportunity is over, I guess. But I remember when we were talking about it, we were talking about how you were able to become a whale with as little as between $300 to $500. Now that barrier to entry has gone up because of that massive pump, and the team at Marvin really bullish on as well. As I mentioned, it's a community-driven project. They talked about how they were going to actually feed dogs, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't really believe it, right? I'm the kind of person that you could tell me, you know, the whole world, and if I don't see action, I'm not gonna believe it until I see action. And the fact that, you know, this is one of the first communities I've seen actually come true with what they say, and the fact that they're doing a good benefit for the community. You see them right here. They made some Marvin dog food, and they actually donated it to a lot of what is it called? I don't want to say vets, but shelters in the Philippines. So the team is literally, the community is literally worldwide. It's a community-driven project, as I mentioned. And, you know, when they came up to me and they told me about it, I was listening, I'm going to be honest, and I was like, yeah, that sounds really cool. But in the back of my head, it's like, are they actually going to do it, right? Because there's a lot of projects that say they're going to do this, and they're going to give back, and they're going to go ahead and do this and do that. And they never do, right? That's just like their selling point, to sell people and capture them into the emotion of making them participate in a project. They tell you all this, what they're going to do and all that, but they never actually do it. You know, they end up rug pulling before they actually do it. So, you know, when the Marvin community told me about it, I was like, yeah, I'll see what's up. So I did talk about it, gave them the benefit of the doubt, right? I always give people the benefit of doubt. And I told myself, you know, what's really going to go ahead and stand out is through action, right? So the team reached out to me a few days ago, and they told me, like, hey, John, man, look, you know what we talked about? We finally hit one of our milestones. The community put money together and went out to the shelters in the Philippines and, you know, started helping out the dogs. And I'm like, dude, this is a freaking bullish thing. Like, as I mentioned, this is all about community. And I think overall what you know, really hits me the most is the fact that, you know, these people, you know, found a passion together through a token and are actually doing a change in real life. You know what I mean? As you see right here, I'm not sure if we could click on the pictures. But you see them right there at the shelter, Marvin, you know, they're actually feeding freaking dogs, bro, which, I didn't believe they were going to do. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't think it was actually going to happen. Right. I didn't think it was actually going to happen, and they actually did make it happen. Right. So, that's really great to see. Marvin is one of Elon's dog, I believe. So that's also a really big narrative. So, not only is it a pretty good community driven project, they're helping out their communities, and they are going to be donating more food to other projects. But this is the Elon tweet that Elon made back on January 11th, and how this project actually started. My dog Marvin woke me up at 5 a.m. to go outside. So this project actually started off with a dab. He ended up pulling the rug or whatever the case is, and then the community ended up taking their token themselves and actually pushing it, right? So there's no dev, no team tokens, none of that. Literally everything they're doing, whether it's marketing or any of that, it's all being paid through a community wallet. So the community all together donated money and then made all of this happen. So it's really cool. They're telling me that they're going to do other shelters as well coming soon. So that's another narrative video coming soon on that. Again, I'm gonna be doing a quick update, but obviously everybody who's on the live stream always gets early information, right? It's either on my live streams or on Discord, are always the two places you get a lot of information early on. I heard one of the devs has worked on GME. It was AMC. The team from PAL is the team from AMC that actually pushed AMC to 12 million. The Wabi is lower right now at 28 million market cap. What is that one, Mr. Dot? Let's go ahead and see what VR actually posted and provided the smart contract to. Polka dot. Hindu with the dot. 13,000 market cap. Let's go ahead and check this out. Typically when I'm looking at these tokens, I like using a different platform. I like using Photon. Photon's a really good platform in my opinion. By the way, watch out for the fake AMC. There's a team that came out with the fake AMC and you know, pulled the rug on a lot of people, and a lot of people fell for it. Okay, Polkadot. This thing has been out for 6 days. Is this a community-driven project? It is reversing though. I mean, usually these projects are kind of worth throwing in like 5, 10, 20 bucks. And when it comes to a lot of these meme tokens on Solana, I'm gonna be honest with a lot of you, chat. It's you want to throw in no more than like $100 max. You know, once you start throwing over $100, you're almost destined to guarantee to lose your money. That's why like a lot of these tokens, you always want to go ahead and start off with like $20 to like $50. That's usually when I enter a lot of these positions. It's with a smaller position. And I just work my way up, right? But like right now, let's say for example, a platform that I like to go ahead and use personally when I'm trading a lot of these meme coins to go in and out is actually Photon. So Photons are a platform that I prefer to go ahead and enter. It's really easy to go ahead and make trades. It's very similar to like using a lot of these centralized exchanges. So if you are looking for a better platform to trade these meme tokens, I tried Telegram bot, super trash. I tried Banana Bot, trash as well. I haven't tried Unibot. I heard Unibot's really good, but it's also a Telegram bot, right? And for me personally, when I do my trading, I like to do my trading on a computer. So Photon just made sense for me, right? As soon as I found out about Photon, I'm like, dude, I can't believe I didn't know about Photon. You know, until now, right? I feel like I got wrecked a lot without using this platform. This platform, their transactions are very, very quick. I would recommend to put your slippage at 5%, no more than 13%. Your orders should be going in and out very, very easily. And in order for you to change your settings, you want to go over to settings right here, and you want to go ahead and click on slippage. I would recommend 5, and then on your sell, you also want to do 5, and then your priority fee, put 0.0001, right? On default, it is 20%. So you're going to be paying 20% buy and sell every time you do because of slippage. So that means you're going to be paying 20% of the price even higher, right? So I'm only willing to pay about 5% of the price. So this helps you enter trades in and out very, very quickly, right? Without getting fully wrecked. It tells you right here, what is slippage? Suppose you wanted to spend 1 SOL to buy 10 moon tokens. You will have your slippage set at 10%. You place your order and it will be confirmed. You see that instead of 10 moon tokens, you only received 9 tokens. In that case, you just experience slippage of 10% because of the price fluctuations, right? So if you don't change it, you're going to get wrecked. So I think default's 20. So click on quick buy and then quick sell and then set it to 5 and then put 0.001 as priority fee and then save it. All right, because when I noticed when I was first using the platform, I was using 20%, dude, and I was getting wrecked entering these small trades in and out, right? So you're gonna get wrecked if you don't change your settings. This is a platform that I prefer to use myself as well when it comes to trading, because it's desktop, right? I like to trade on my desktop. I don't like trading on a mobile device. I think that's how you get wrecked and lose money. So if any of you are looking to go ahead and use a new exchange for DeFi, I would recommend Photon. From what I've heard, Photon is going to be releasing their own token in the near future. That's what I heard from somebody in a private group. And he told me supposedly that he knows the developers and that they are planning on doing an airdrop. And the people that share their link the most qualify for an airdrop. I don't know how true this is, but that's the reason why I'm sharing my link, and I'm telling all of you, if you are going to go ahead and trade on a DeFi platform, check out Photon, share the link that I'm using with you, you sign up, then get your own link and then share it with your own friends and family, because apparently we'll get a higher chance into getting an airdrop. I don't know how realistic this is. I think it's possible. But I don't know if this information is confirmed, right? As I'm telling you, it's from somebody in a private group that I was in, that I met, that told me about Photon, and then told me that he knew the developers, which I believe, but I don't know. Yeah, VR says it could be another Uniswap. Yeah, 100%. So like for me, I'm taking the benefit of the doubt, man. Like if it's no airdrop, it's okay. I love the platform anyways. But if there's a chance that we could share the links and then possibly get an airdrop altogether, bro, I could tell you the token will be worth a lot. How's it going, Dad Master? Share the Hinu whiff with the dog contract on Discord. The name is fire. Yeah, 100%. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. All right, I just went ahead and shared it. Yeah, so I just went ahead and shared that with the community. I'm not entering this play probably, but if I do, I'll go ahead and keep you all updated. I think this is a super degen play, but I'll go ahead and check it out. I mean, it is out for 6 days, so I'm assuming probably the developer already rug pulled anyways, and it's probably being fully community driven. I'm assuming that's what's going on here with Hindu with a hat. So that's pretty much it with all the tokens that we've been talking about. PAL coming back down to around this 180,000 market cap. As I mentioned, this is usually the slowest time in the market, so I really don't expect much for PAL or any of these meme tokens to do right now. Probably later on tonight, we will be seeing more action. I also wanted to talk about, officials say without U.S. funding, Ukraine defense will likely collapse. We talked about how the U.S. was going to be funding the Ukraine war, and it's actually quite crazy, because the U.S. doesn't have that money. So what does that mean? That means they're going to have to print more money. So there's also some other attack happened over the weekend, as we talked about. I haven't received the news yet, so I'll go ahead and show you that probably in the second live stream later on tonight on what that was. But apparently some drone got shut down or something like that, got shot. I don't know. Some dumb thing happened. I told you something was going to happen because of a long weekend that we had ahead of us, right? So let's go ahead and talk about Bitcoin now. Enough with the little shilling that we've done. If any of you want to go ahead and... Damn, didn't even look up the Wabby I was sharing you with. That is fine, haha. Share the contract, bro. I don't see the contract. Let's see, where's the contract at? Oh, I think that's what we were waiting for, bro. I apologize. I was waiting for the contract, Mr. Dot. Didn't mean to. Wrapped Binance AI. Ethereum, 27 million market cap. That's freaking insane, bro. Why didn't you tell me about this early on? Like, why didn't you tell me about this project back in January or back right here in February 8th? 27 million market cap, man. This is the thing with Ethereum tokens, right? People are more willingly to go ahead and hold on to these projects and not sell for a freaking loss right away. Build and connect with infinity, balance AI, innovation, decentralized blockchain that redefines AI agents and marketplace. Unlock the full potential of imagination and possibilities. Interesting. It looks like a lot of these companies are now going into Web3. A lot of these like Web2 companies are now going into Web3. It's pretty cool. I would like to go ahead and see how you could do a node, but this is really cool. Really freaking cool. Yeah, it looks like it's a legit AI software. I don't know. It's very difficult nowadays to go ahead and figure out whether it's a legit, you know, AI project or platform or service, or if it's just a meme. You know what I mean? That's pretty cool though. Yeah, that's insane. That market cap is insane. For me personally, I just don't like getting into projects that have such a high market cap. The only time I would ever get into a project with high market cap is if where's the freaking token, dude? I was literally on it. I'll just redo it then. Let's go ahead and see what exchanges are listed on. The good thing about the higher market cap tokens is that it's a lower risk, right? You're not entering too much of a high risk, but typically when you're entering these higher cap market cap tokens, the only negative that I see is that, you know, the opportunity for it to pump even higher are very, very almost like non-comparable to you getting to a token early on, right? But I mean, looking at this right here, from what I'm looking at, they are not listed on any exchanges as of yet. So I guess that could be a pretty good bullish sign. They are at $9 right now at the moment, and they did go as low as $2 back on February. I wonder what price they probably launched at, probably around that mark. But we do see that the total supply is very, very low. That's the reason why it hit $9. So if I would have known about this project, you know, when it came out, when it went live back in January, I would have definitely bought into this because it's a no-brainer. You know, it did dump to 76% correction. That could have been the buy and dip opportunity, and the supply is very, very low, right? So they only have 2.96 million supply, and that's why their total market cap is at 27 million with only 3,000 holders, right? Because of their supply being very, very low. So this, to me, if I would have known about it earlier on, I would have known that this thing would have freaking mooned. The supply is very, very important, right? This one's sitting at the 24-hour volume at 3.23 million, right? So as we do continue to see that pump with Ethereum, I do expect a lot of these Ethereum tokens, meme tokens on Ethereum as well, continue to take off, right? So solid play, man. Solid play on that one. The other bullish thing about it is that they're not listed on any exchanges, right? So it could be worth throwing in a couple $100 in here and then just letting it do its thing. And then once they get listed on the MEXC and all these other exchanges, you could be definitely expecting some sort of volatility leading into it, right? So definitely keep your eyes open on that. But with that being said, looking at the fear and greed chart, we are at the levels of 72 of greed, which we were last week at extreme greed, right? Which was actually a little bit scary. And now it looks like the market is slightly cooling off. Looking at the altcoin market right now, we are seeing these alts kind of take a hit with Bitcoin, which is really interesting, right? I've been talking about how it's really weird how Bitcoin and a lot of these altcoins have been following each other. They've like literally been riding with each other. And looking at Bitcoin right now, we do see Bitcoin have a little pump earlier today, I believe it was. We did see Bitcoin go as high as 53,015 with a rejection, but we did get that support very, very quickly, right? So I do think Bitcoin is also getting ready for another breakout to the upside. Typically, when we see this sort of consolidation, we see a major move with new all-time highs being set, right? I did have an article that around the $53,000 range, Bitcoin actually has some very high liquidations. Bitcoin short-term liquidity sits around 52.92 above current levels. So I think this is a range within this range, there's a lot of liquidations. I'm assuming, yeah. A lot of Bitcoin liquidity is starting to pile up. On the upside, I wouldn't be surprised if we see it grab again. So we do see this strong area of around the $53,000 range. And we talked about how Bitcoin really has no areas of resistance, right? Zooming all the way out, with our volume indicator, whatever this volume is called, we do see right here on Bitcoin, it has no actual resistance. The only resistance we stumbled across is the $57,800 range, right? So I do expect Bitcoin to have a major move to the upside. We are seeing the DXY also going down, and the US 100 in the stock market going down today, right? I do believe we could be having a very bullish week. We just had those US drone attack that just happened, which we'll probably get some news on later on today. And that was probably just some panic selling, and it's nothing that we didn't expect, right? We talked about how on Friday, typically when the market ends on a red, typically it's not too good for the U.S. stock market, and typically it goes over to stocks as well, right? But we actually are seeing the DXY actually going down, which is actually a good sign for crypto, and that's the reason why crypto is actually consolidating within this range. So Bitcoin does look to be having a major move to the upside very soon. You could actually go ahead and see that over here when I called it, when there was a lot of squeezes right here. I talked about how there is a lot of liquidations within the range of Bitcoin being around this range right here, around the $42,000 range, and I talked about how a short squeeze was going to happen, taking Bitcoin from the ranges that we are today all the way up to the high 50s, right? And a lot of people denied it, and look where we're at today, right? So same things going on right now with Bitcoin. You do see that it did consolidate within this range right here for about 8 days before we saw a breakout on Bitcoin, right? So how many days are we in right now? We're in 5 days. So we could be seeing a breakout in the next coming days on Bitcoin. If not today, maybe by the end of the week, I would say no later by Thursday, we should be having a major breakout to the upside. A lot of excitement into the market, seeing $53,000 Bitcoin come in, pushing Bitcoin to $57,000 and above because of liquidations, right, chat? So be very careful. I don't want any of you to go ahead and get fully wrecked trying to short the market when you shouldn't be shorting the market now. This is the time you long the market temporarily and then you short at the top, right? People have the misconception that, people love freaking shorting the bottoms and then longing the tops, bro. It's like, you don't do that. You freaking short the bottoms and you freaking sell the tops, and most people do the opposite, and that's the reason why we have these major swings to the upside. And most retail traders don't understand any of this. They don't understand that this was a short squeeze. They don't understand that the next leg up that Bitcoin's going to do is also going to be a short squeeze, right? We talked about how if Bitcoin loses its area of support around the $50,000 range, we are more than likely going to retest 48,000. So far, it's been holding this range so far. So the bottom is now. Bitcoin's next leg up is going to be up, in my opinion, right? So as a lot of people are screening for this bearishness, I'm doing quite the opposite, but I will tell you that I do believe Bitcoin will be reaching a top very soon. Altcoins will be taking off, and then we're going to have meme coin season start at around April. So if you've been making a lot of money during this whole entire meme coin narrative, dude, just wait until April. You're going to be making a lot more, right? Literally money left and right is going to be easily achievable for every one of you, right? So definitely keep that in mind. Obviously, if Bitcoin loses area of support, we come back down to 48,000. One thing that is a little bit concerning, and I'm going to be honest with you, is Solana. Solana is actually looking quite interesting last time I checked. I told a lot of you that I didn't want to see Solana actually close below this 1010 range, and we actually did close below it, right? We've actually closed below as low as 107,797, right? So this is not a bullish sign for Solana. I'm gonna be honest with you. For Solana, I was expecting this 144 run. Unless this is a complete fake out for Solana, then it's gonna be looking extremely bullish. But now what I'm looking at Solana is doing this move where the resistance was at 114, it couldn't break above it, and now we're gonna be retesting back to the zone within this range of Solana, coming back down to this $50 to $60 range, right? So Solana is not looking too bullish, but the good thing about Solana is that I've noticed when Solana dumps, we do see a lot of these meme tokens take off, right? And that's because of Solana dominance. So That is looking extremely bullish in my opinion for meme tokens, but overall for Solana, it's not looking too bullish. I'm gonna be honest with you. Unless we go ahead and have a quick reversal where we break back out, and if we break back to 110, that's gonna be extremely bullish. That's gonna go ahead and signal us that 144 will be the next range to come towards. But the RSI has fallen below. We do see that an area of resistance at around the 116 or 114 is now entering, and we did close below that 110, which I didn't want to see, right? We have closed below it a few times, but I think right now it's a little concerning, right? This market could go ahead and flip, but there's just a few indicators like the RSI, you know, us closing below it, us seeing higher lows or newer lows, if you want to call it. We see the top was right here at 120, and we just continue to get rejected, and we could be seeing a similar staircase down like we did right here with Solana. So if we do, this could be a good entry in a short position for Solana. So Solana's probably found its top already, and we will be more than likely seeing Solana, in my opinion, unless we see a crazy reversal from 92 all the way ascending to 144, which is possible. But I think the possibilities of Solana coming back are kind of, at this point, if we continue with this bearishness, we are going to see Solana enter the range of around 50 to 60. So this could also be an opportunity to start entering some shorts on Solana. I wouldn't go and do that just yet. I would go ahead and wait because we are at this area of support right now. But as I mentioned, we are making newer lows time and time, unless we see the RSI cross and we see us break past that 110 range again. This is going to flip back to being bullish, but Solana is looking extremely bearish in my opinion, so just be very, very careful with that. And if you are looking to enter any positions on Solana or any of these other tokens, make sure to go ahead and check out the links down below. BingX right here offering no KYC, and same thing with MEXC, Bybit being one of the best exchanges, and NordVPN if you need a VPN for security reasons, right? So 69% off with 3 months extra. So just be very, very careful with Solana. But as I mentioned, if Solana goes down, it's going to be very bullish for a lot of these meme tokens, right? So let's go ahead and look at some comments real quick and see what chat is saying. Did you check out MMG? Just got listed on CoinGecko. I did not, Ryan. I apologize. I'm a little behind on my comments. MMG. So MMG's up 64%. You know, Ryan's been talking about MMG for a while, since back over here. I remember literally back in August, I think Ryan has been talking about it. So this is what I'm telling you. I mean, these tokens on Ethereum, people are willing to be more patient than most people on Solana, right? Only 300 holders, but they were patient and they received that over 19x, right? So over 64% for the 24 hours. And we do see, last time I saw they were doing a few partnerships, right? Yeah, so they have right here new rebranding. I really like this rebranding. It looks a lot better than what they had before. They actually have the yellow tick mark, which is insane, dude. And they actually follow me too. That's insane. But the yellow tick mark is pretty expensive, chat. You know, to be able to get the yellow tick mark, you have to pay a lot of freaking money. I think it might be around $3 grand, if I'm not mistaken, a month to go ahead and get the yellow tick mark. So definitely big things going on with meta mini games. I was talking to the dev at one point, so I'm gonna go ahead and see what we could go ahead and bring up, because I was supposed to make a video for meta mini games too. But CoinGecko right now is getting listed, so that happened about 12 hours ago. So that's really, really bullish, and I think that's the reason why we're seeing a lot of freaking momentum onto meta mini games. So shout out to the community out of meta mini games. Let's go ahead and see what other comments I have right here. A little late, but damn, didn't expect a ticker polka dot reference today. LOL, great dumb meme. What's up, Casio? Mr. Dot, here's another one if you want to take a look at it. Let's go ahead and take a look at what Mr. Dot provided. Hey, Rogan, how's it going, man? Hope you're having a good one. BTC USD is not accurate. It's BTC USDT. Oh, awesome, man. I didn't even realize I was doing USD. I didn't even realize I was doing USD, man. Good looks on that. I didn't even realize I was doing that. Oh, snap. Interesting. I usually do Bitcoin on, what is it called? Binance. I feel like Binance is like the most accurate in my opinion when it comes to doing Bitcoin, but never on USD. It's slightly a little bit up. Yeah, it's slightly a little bit different. I mean, look at that. 117, now it's about almost the same. I didn't know that, bro. I appreciate it. I didn't know USDT and USD were better. We are never going under 50K again. BTC making a run. I don't know about never, bro. I think Bitcoin will still come to a area of resistance. As I mentioned, I say $57,000 range is an area of resistance. It could go ahead and take all of us by surprise, and we could break, you know, this $57,000 range and go towards 60 and 70,000, which I'm not saying it's not possible, but the probabilities of us getting rejected on $57,000 are actually quite high, right? As I mentioned, this has been a very strong area of resistance in the past, and it has never actually become an actual real area of support. So I wouldn't say we'll never see Bitcoin at below $50,000 in my opinion. I would say we could see Bitcoin at the lowest, no lower than, in my opinion, no lower than 40 something thousand, 42. That's what I'm sticking to my narrative. I don't think we'll ever see Bitcoin. I don't want to say ever, but during this run, I don't think we'll see Bitcoin fall any lower than $42,000. At the max, $38,000. And if you really want to be bearish, $32,000 is like the lowest I would say we'll ever see Bitcoin come down to. But I wouldn't say we're never going to see Bitcoin come back down to this range, because even if we do hit $60,000 to $57,000 range, we will typically need that 30+% correction. And the $40,000 range is where Bitcoin takes us to that 30% correction. So that's kind of the reason why I'm pushing towards a narrative that Bitcoin's lowest bottom, in my opinion, is going to be around $40,000 at the max. I don't see it going any lower than 38. And that would be just for liquidity grabs. But for Bitcoin overall, unless Bitcoin surprises us and breaks through this resistance with no problem, and we see Bitcoin fall from, you know, $75,000 with a 30% correction, then yeah, you're right, bro. We won't see Bitcoin under $50,000 anymore. That's if Bitcoin breaks past $75,000 range, which I don't think will happen in the next coming days or the next coming months. Bitcoin has to shift its dominance into altcoin season, in my opinion. It doesn't mean it has to, but I'm just going based on data that we have from the past. So Bitcoin is already also reaching that top, in my opinion. I think it's time for altcoins to run. Bitcoin halving happens. You have a little of a break, and then leading into summer season towards June and July. We're going to see Bitcoin rip again, leading into November, and then November taking Bitcoin to over $80,000 to $110,000 plus on Bitcoin, right? So I am bullish on Bitcoin, but I don't think we will see Bitcoin at $75,000 by next month. I think we'll see it by July. Starting July is where we'll start seeing Bitcoin come back alive. But I could be completely wrong. You know, I'm just going based on what we're also seeing with the stock market. But the stock market is also showing a cup and handle pattern. The same thing Bitcoin is actually showing us right now. You know, on the daily, Bitcoin has a massive cup and handle pattern. I mean, look at this right here, literally textbook right here. So Bitcoin could realistically break past $75,000 and take all of us by surprise and have the 30% correction of not going any lower than $50,000, and that would make actually a lot of sense, right? So I'm not saying that won't happen. I don't think it will happen, but I'm open to the possibility of that happening. And I never actually noticed that, you know. That could actually happen. That's actually a really good narrative of saying things, you know. Also, looking at the monthly right now on the US 100, you do see that the US 100 has printed a cup and handle pattern as well. We know what the US 100 is a NASDAQ, which this tech sector has been extremely bullish too. So realistically, you know, if this does continue, which I do believe the stock market is going to continue to run, I do see that narrative of $70,000 Bitcoin coming back down to 50. So I think you're right, man. I think you just open up my eyes to something that I never actually really thought about, you know. I never thought about, you know, Bitcoin. I never thought we would see Bitcoin over $70,000 in the next coming months. I'm drinking out of my Fortnite freaking gallon. That's what someone says. Like, bro, where's your freaking Fortnite gallon? But yeah, that would make sense, man. I never actually thought about that narrative. So that would make lots of sense. That'd be really, really cool. So let's go ahead and take a look at the token that Dot just shared with us. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. We have search Certainty Shield. Is this like a Telegram bot, like a shield, like a rating shield? Because that'd be pretty bullish. I know those are freaking bullish, bro. 1.81 million market cap. Supply is really good, bro. Why are you always sharing these when they're already pumped, man? Share them with us when they're at lower market caps. This looks pretty bullish too. This looks extremely bullish. I mean, this is also doing, from what it looks like, a cup and handle pattern as well. Getting ready for to find that area of support before that next breakout to the upside. So a lot of these tokens were getting ready to break out to the upside. So it's just a matter of when Bitcoin decides to do it. But we could be expecting Certainty Shield to hit over $2. And it's actually been a while since I played with Binance Smart tokens, man. Over 7,000 holders, 2.42 million of supply. The circulating supply is quite bad, actually, though. It's at 2.42, which means inflation is really, really bad on this token. So I probably wouldn't recommend holding this for too long. Just make your money and then just bounce after the bull run's over. But yeah, the circulating supply percentage is terrible. Like, the inflation is through the roof. You know what our buddy Ganassi's network told us? We definitely never want to touch anything under 70% circulating supplies, right? So that's the lowest, and right now this is at 2.42, which is not good, but the volume is at 221,000, right? So really, really good. Let's see. Secure your digital future. Innovation, secure multi-chain data storage, transfer, recovery, inheritance solution. What? Dude, I feel like a lot of these projects and freaking products and companies just put all these freaking fancy words that sound like freaking crazy bullish, and it's just like, dude, what did I just freaking read, man? like that makes no freaking sense. Like, either I'm a super slow dude or like, I don't know what, but innovation, secure, multi-chain data storage, transfer, recovery, inherent solutions. Like, what the heck is that, bro? They have to make it a lot more, a lot easier to understand with what their goal is, because I don't know what this is. You know what I mean? It's like, are they a security team? Are they a storage team? Are they a recovering team? Like, you know what I mean? It's like the branding behind it with a lot of the, and I'm not just going on this project, right? There's a lot of these blockchain projects that are like this, that say all this verbiage that makes no freaking sense. And you're like, dude, what are you trying to sell me, man? One thing that I learned is that when you're trying to sell someone something, it has to be very easy for them to understand and comprehend, right? That's why a lot of these like big chain fast food restaurants typically only have like 2-3 items in their menu and are like the most successful. I mean, look at In-N-Out. I don't know how many of you have In-N-Out or how many other fast food restaurants you guys have around that only have a very small menu. Another example, Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A only sells freaking chicken, bro. Like, how hard is it for you to not go ahead and decide what you want from Chick-fil-A? It's either you like chicken or you don't like chicken, you know, and if you don't like chicken, you don't eat Chick-fil-A. And I feel like that's kind of like the same thing with In-N-Out. I'm not sure if any of you had In-N-Out. In-N-Out's like a freaking a burger joint that's literally like a 3-item thing on the menu. Like, they have a hamburger, a double, which is a double meat patty, and then they have a cheeseburger. 3 items in a menu. Maybe I'm missing one of them, and that's it. You know what I mean? It has to be very easy for people to understand on what to buy. But yeah, dude, this one's looking pretty bullish though, with the market cap and the circulating supply being low. We could expect this thing to probably pump. Let's go ahead and see if this is listed on any exchanges right now. So they actually are. They're listed on MEXC, they're listed on Gate.io, and they're listed in a few. So if you're looking to go ahead and load up on some Certainty Shield, I think it would definitely be worth having a couple dollars in there, leave it in there for the next bull run. So go ahead and load that up on MEXC right here, BingX as well. And as always, my links down below, right? I have to always do that active chill, man. Let's go ahead and take a look at the DXY real quick, and let's go ahead and see what's going on. So with the DXY, in my opinion, why I've been extremely bearish with the market was because the DXY has been showing this inverse head and shoulders pattern on the DXY. And so far right now, the DXY is on a red, but we are seeing this area of support. And I do believe we will be seeing the DXY rip through this area of resistance to the 104 in the next coming days and above, right? As I mentioned, there's really no area of resistance on the DXY. And, you know, it's going to definitely go ahead and break past through these levels with no problem. Like, I feel like with the DXY, it took us forever to, you know, come down. But as soon as we came down, it was a lot quicker for us to recover to the upside. And that's typically what happens with a lot of these markets, right? It's a very slow rug pull as a project's falling down, but when it finds its bottom, it's nothing but just up, right? And that's what the DXY has shown right here. And that's why we're seeing a lot of strength in the dollar moving forward, in my opinion. And that's why I've been bearish on Bitcoin being on that narrative of hitting $70,000, right? In the short term. Is it possible? I mean, I'm open to possibilities, you know? But this is the reason why I've been bearish on Bitcoin hitting no more than $57,000, because the DXY is showing a lot of strength in the dollar. And typically when we see strength in the dollar, we see Bitcoin get hit, right? So that's why, in my opinion, I would say that the highest we'll see Bitcoin in the next coming weeks will be around the $60,000 range. No more than that. Strong resistance at around 57,000. Unless the dollar collapses from here, we could see $70,000 and above. Or maybe if Bitcoin decides not to follow the dollar and do its own thing, we could also do $70,000 and above, right? So that's why it's very difficult to use these indicators such as the DXY, you know, the US 100 in the stock market at all times, because sometimes Bitcoin doesn't follow them one-to-one, right? But DXY is looking to continue this reversal, and this is the reason why I don't think Bitcoin will surpass over $60,000 in my opinion. But I could be wrong. As I mentioned, anything can happen. Maybe the world does come to an end and it crashes and Bitcoin moons, you know, black swan event, right? So I'll always be open-minded when it comes to these events or anything. But we do have a few updates right here with the market that I do want to go ahead and go over quickly. Let me go ahead and read some comments real quick. Could be the next red eyes. Boot means putting on the red dot on your forehead. What are you guys talking about, bro? BTC liquidity is stick above price level right now, so it's going to be hard to push through resistance. I think we could break through it, bro. Mr. Doss says it's like a trust for crypto. They also help you share your phrase words with people at a certain time and other things if you pass. Oh, okay, that makes sense, bro. That's very bullish. That's a very bullish narrative. I don't think that many people have that, you know. Imagine if you have a family member that something happens to them and you need to get access to their keys and you don't know them, right? So I think, you know, in my opinion, decentralized and it's the best way, but you know, for some people they might like to have that centralized control and help because it's not easy to navigate in this space, right? But we'll see right now what's going to happen. Let's go ahead and talk about some quick little news that I have. Swift posts the first largest Swift bank to offer customers access to Bitcoin and digital custody. So that's freaking insane, right? That's freaking insane. Who would have ever thought? Who would have ever thought this would have happened, right? So they're now offering digital asset custody for trading and saving accounts. So we are definitely seeing an update, and you know, this is the reason why they were pushing for the ETF, man. The banks just wanted to get a part of it. So say bye to freaking decentralized, man. Demand for crypto in Korea is insane, currently performing at Coinbase levels. So you know how Asia is very big with crypto. We are seeing right here with this demand in Korea now is it's freaking going through the roof, right? So that's freaking insane. South Korea's ruling party considers allowing spot ETFs in the election. So pretty cool, I guess. Buy the rumor, sell the news, right? Don't get too excited, chat, over this. Bitcoin 4-hour RSI flashing hidden bullish divergence with higher levels of with higher lows on price and a lower lows on the RSI. So let's go ahead and see what kind of technical analysis this person provides to us. Bitcoin breakout retest. As I mentioned a few days ago, nothing has changed. So Bitcoin's looking extremely bullish, man. I'll be completely honest with you. Shorts are about to get short squeezed, and I was talking about that narrative too, right? So it's really good to see traders in this space that are well respected to go ahead and have a similar narrative to what I'm saying, right? I don't like to go ahead and write on anybody's narrative. I like to do my own, and then I like to go ahead and view other people's opinion, right? Because I think as a trader, you always want to stick to what you believe and understand the market, and then make the decision under what you think, right? Not because I'm telling you. If I'm saying it's gonna go, it's gonna go up, go ahead and short it, man. Go ahead and short it. I've been right many times. So there hasn't been one time that I have been wrong about the move Bitcoin was gonna do. Like, I've been literally calling this market's top and bottom for the last freaking couple months, since October, right? So you can go ahead and decide to do what you want. I'm no wizard. I just look at the indicators that are provided to us, and then I just look at other people's opinions, like other traders, and then I continue to stick to my belief, right? So it's good to see. I don't go through any of these news when I go live. I go through them live with you, right? Maybe I should go through them with you before I go live, but I think it makes it more authentic to what I'm reading, right? A true metric US used to use in 1980s marks a 12% current inflation rate. What is that, dude? I think it's more exciting when we read the articles together, because then I'm also amazed. I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't know that, you know? Good morning, inflation is 12% in the US. If you can use the same CPI baskets our government used in the 1980s, stop listening to anybody who is gaslighting you into believing inflation is 3%. Yeah, dude. I mean, whoever freaking thinks inflation's at 3% is, it's freaking asleep, man. You got to wake up, man. Another $250,000 Bitcoin purchase by ETFs could send Bitcoin to $100,000. Yeah, whatever. Not too exciting. But let's go ahead and see what else we see right here. Bitwise spot ETF is now available for recommended by registered investment advisors for $30 billion in assets. So I'm telling you, this is all for big money, man. It's always been for big money. It's never been for the little guys. New BlackRock's Bitcoin spot ETF ad. Bitcoin's ETF have landed. So that's freaking insane. So Japanese caveat approves crypto for investments by venture capital firms. UK's to release new crypto legislation within the next 6 months. So this is important. Let's go ahead and see what they're going to have to say. That's all they say, man. We're going to see what's going to happen with the UK. They're probably going to try to crack down on it too, man. Blocks left until the halving. This is where it's compared to other cycles according to this date. Okay. First picture of SBF in jail. I mean, I really don't care about it, bro. Like, the internet's going crazy about this. But honestly, I just don't find any care about any of this, bro. Like, there's so much drama that goes on this space, whether it's through other crypto influencers, whether it's through someone saying that Bitcoin's going to go to 100,000, whether someone's extremely bearish. There's a lot of freaking drama in this space, bro, that I really, honestly, I don't care about, and I try to stay out of it. It's quite entertaining at times sometimes, but you know, those are distractions, chat, right? And like, tell me, why would I care about SBF being in jail? He looks happy. Wow. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely holding this guy's pocket, like, without a doubt. Or he's probably holding all of these guys' pocket, man. So, yeah, he looks quite scared in there. But I really don't care, bro. Cool, he's in jail. Cool. I guess he defrauded a lot of people, and people probably get satisfaction of, you know, justice. But dude, I really don't care, man. I really don't care. Maybe because I wasn't affected by the SBF crash, maybe I would have cared. But honestly, I don't think I would have cared either way. It's just like, whatever, bro. It's like, cool. He's in jail. Like, you've never seen someone in jail? Like, come on. It's nothing cool about it. BTC versus USD purchase power. So let's go ahead and see what the purchasing power between the Bitcoin and USD is. The perfect scarce asset. Yeah, Bitcoin's such a scare asset. This chart below is the main reason why wealthy people are buying Bitcoin ETF. Okay. It's not wealthy people that are buying it. It's freaking banks and institutions that are buying it, dude. Purchasing power of Bitcoin goes up, USD goes down. If you hold $1 million in USD from now, 2050, it won't matter much. While if you hold $1 million in USD, we are likely talking about generational wealth for you and your kins. Dude, who the heck has $1 million cash to begin with, right? Like, this is the problem. Like, a lot of people get into this unrealistic territory that they talk about this nonsense. Is like, the reason why a lot of people don't hold on to Bitcoin compared to many other people, and the reason why meme coins and altcoins are a lot sexier than Bitcoin and a lot more fun, is that one, you know, altcoins and meme tokens are more volatile. Two, meme tokens and altcoins are what could create that generational wealth for many people, right? Not a lot of people are making you know, over 100,000 plus, or even $500,000 a year, most of the people that are in this market are probably making about, you know, they're probably under that threshold. So there's very few people, in my opinion, that are, I'm sure there's a good handful. I don't want to say very few people, because the world's big, right? But what I'm trying to say is that I'm sure there's going to be very little people that have $1 million access right now, and they're going to go ahead and just buy Bitcoin right now, right? It's like, dude, if I had $1 million access, of course I would probably throw in half of that into Bitcoin, and then the half of it would be cash, and then I'll let Bitcoin do its thing, right? But I'm assuming that if I had $1 million access, I should be coming in with some really good freaking income, right? So maybe, you know, I wouldn't be getting into these riskier assets. Like if I had millions of dollars, bro, trust me, I wouldn't be trading meme tokens. I probably wouldn't be trading your low cap altcoins, right? And that's the thing that what people don't understand in the space. They like talk about all this about Bitcoin, but the reality is not that many people are just every day buying Bitcoin, bro. They're buying the meme tokens because they feel more connected, it's more fun, it's more exciting, and you could actually literally do generational wealth trading meme tokens and altcoins as compared to Bitcoin, unless you have a huge purchasing power. I've had millions of dollars, bro. I wouldn't be trading meme tokens, trust me. I wouldn't be trading meme tokens, and I probably wouldn't be trading altcoins. I'll probably just be trading Bitcoin with like $10 million with 20x leverage. And I'll call it a day, bro, because Bitcoin's a lot more predictable, and it's not as volatile as compared to these other riskier assets, right? So we are seeing right here, thread shows coins combining both DePIN and AI narratives. We've been talking about this for the last couple of weeks. Stark is getting listed today on Binance. So that's why Stark's actually pumping. An interesting token to look at, Filecoin. We talked about Filecoin a while back. Extremely bullish on any of these tokens that actually have real utility into the world. We are seeing this chart right here with ETH, the parabolic curve pattern, which looks like ETH is also going to be mooning. So it looks like a lot of these altcoins will be taking off very, very freaking soon in the next coming days. So definitely be prepared and be aware of that. So let's go ahead and read any more comments that we have. Let's see what else we have. Any other comments? No comments. Anybody want to show any other tokens for us? We ran through those news pretty quickly, huh? I guess it's because yesterday was President's Day, which I wasn't even aware of, and the markets were kind of slow, right? So I do expect a lot of activity come this week, though. So this is going to be a very, very exciting week, in my opinion. Oh, this is what you're talking about? What the heck, bro? Hindu with a dot. Bro, I didn't understand that. I thought it was as polka dot, right? I didn't know it was with this, bro. Oh my god, bro. You guys are freaking hilarious, man. This is the reason why I love this space so much, because you just go in here and like everybody just freaking makes you freaking laugh, dude. Like this is hilarious. I didn't know it was like Hindu with a dot, like literally like with a dot, bro. Like I thought it was just I didn't think about it. I was thinking of like polka dot. I don't know. It didn't cross my mind. This is the funniest thing, bro. Like this. Oh, bro, this is freaking hilarious, man. You guys are freaking comical, man. I'm telling you, this is the reason why this space is freaking hilarious, dude. You just can't go without it. Like this space just makes you laugh. It's a really good space to have some fun, man. You meet a lot of freaking interesting, funny, crazy people, and it's a crazy space, man. It's a crazy space, especially when you see things like this. Anyways, Chad, I hope all of you have a wonderful day today. Make sure to go ahead and use the links down below. It does help support the channel. Check out NordVPN offering 69% off. And yeah, I mean, I had a really good time today with all of you. So hope all of you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll catch all of you